Hi everyone. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the elements of quantum chemistry. That is, we are going to discuss the Schrodinger equation. In the last lecture, we have discussed two important concepts of the quantum chemistry. That is a wave particle duality and the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the time independent Schrodinger wave equation. So, let us derive the equation. So, here the Schrodinger wave equation, that is a time independent Schrodinger wave equation. So, friends, all of you know that in classical mechanics the observed behavior of macroscopic particle is governed by Newton's law of motion. The behavior of microscopic particle could not be explained on the basis of the classical mechanics, but we know that moving microscopic particle has a wave nature. Therefore, there must be some wave equation that govern it. In 1926, Erwin Schrodinger adopted classical wave equation to microscopic system by use of de Broglie's hypothesis and obtain a Schrodinger wave equation. The general form of the Schrodinger equation contains time as a variable, but we will be concerned primarily with the time independent form because most chemical applications of quantum mechanics need only the time independent states. So, friends, there are two types of the Schrodinger equation. So, here the time independent Schrodinger wave equation and time dependent Schrodinger wave equation. In this lecture, we are going to derive the time independent Schrodinger wave equation. So, here consider a stationary wave associated with the microscopic particle such as the electron. So, here consider a stationary wave associated with the microscopic particle travelling in the positive x direction with precisely known momentum px and the total energy is E. So, here the wave equation of this stationary wave in terms of the coordinate x, it is given by the equation, that is a psi is equal to a sin 2 pi x divided by lambda. What is this? This is the wave equation of this stationary wave in terms of the coordinate x only here. So, here in this equation psi, it is a wave function, and here a is the amplitude of the wave, that is the maximum height of the wave. Then here this is the x is the displacement of the wave along the x axis, and no doubt lambda is the wavelength of the wave. So, this is the equation number 1. So, here equation 1 represents the sine wave. So, differentiating equation 1 with respect to x. So, here we get the equation, that is a d psi by dx. So, here this is the function of, this is the a is equal to sin 2 pi x divided by lambda, a is the constant. So, here this is the function of function, or here we are going to differentiate that is a sin 2 pi x by lambda. So, it is a composite function, it is a function of function. So, here derivative of the sin is cos. So, here the cos 2 pi x divided by lambda, and the derivative of the 2 pi x divided by lambda with respect to x, it is a 2 pi lambda. So, here we can write the equation d psi by dx is equal to a cos 2 pi x divided by lambda into 2 pi lambda, and here this can be written as d psi by dx is equal to 2 pi a divided by lambda cos of 2 pi x divided by lambda. This is the equation number 2. So, here differentiate this equation 2 once again with respect to x. So, here we get the equation, that is a d square psi by dx square is equal to 2 pi a lambda, that is the derivative of the cos is minus sign, that is why here the minus sign 2 pi x divided by lambda. Again it is a function of function, that is why here the derivative of the 2 pi x divided by lambda, it is a 2 pi lambda, and then this can be written as d square psi by dx square is equal to minus 4 pi square a divided by lambda square sin of 2 pi x divided by lambda. Then this can be rearranged, that is the d square psi by dx square is equal to minus 4 pi square divided by lambda square in bracket a sin 2 pi x divided by lambda. This is the equation number 3. So, here in the equation number 3, the value of the a sin 2 pi x divided by lambda, it is equal to psi as per equation 1. So, here equation 1, that is the psi is equal to a sin 2 pi x lambda. Substituting the value of a sin 2 pi x divided by lambda is equal to psi. So, here the equation can be written as d square psi by dx square is equal to minus 4 pi square divided by lambda square into psi. So, value of this is psi. This is the equation number 4. So, here equation 4 is applicable to the all microscopic particle such as the electron, proton, neutron, etc. Then according to the de Broglie's equation, all of you know that lambda is equal to h upon mv. H is the Planck constant, where m is the mass of the moving microscopic particle, and here the v is the velocity of the particle in x direction only. So, this is the equation number 5. So, squaring the equation number 5, so here we get the equation 6, that is the lambda square. So, here lambda square, h square, and here the m square, v square. So, here m square, v square, this is the equation number 6. So, here by squaring the equation 5, we get the equation 6. So, from equation 4 and 6, that means here we are going to substitute the value of the lambda square in the equation 4. So, here there is a lambda square, substitute the value of the lambda square in the equation 4. Equation 4 can be written as, that is a d square psi by dx square is equal to minus 4 pi square m square v square divided by s square into psi. This is the equation number 7. But all of you know that the total energy is equal to the kinetic energy plus potential energy, and again kinetic energy, it is equal to 1/2 mv square. So, here E is equal to 1/2 mv square plus potential energy, it is denoted by symbol V. So, here plus V. So, here final equation is E is equal to 1/2 mv square plus V. Then here this equation can be rearranged as 1/2 mv square is equal to E minus V. This can be written as m v square is equal to 2 in bracket E minus V. This is the equation number 8. So, here equation 8 is the value of the m v square. So, here we are going to substitute the value of the m v square in the equation 7. That is, here there is a m square v square. So, here we are going to substitute the value of the m v square, that is we are going to substitute the equation 8 in the equation 7. So, equation 7 can be written as, that is a d square psi by dx square. So, is equal to minus 8 pi square m, and value of the m into v square, that is a 2 e minus v. That is why here 4 into 2, that is a 8. So, here in bracket E minus V divided by S square into psi, this is the equation number 9, and here this equation 9 can be rearranged in this way, that d square psi by dx square plus 8 pi square m in bracket E minus V bracket complete divided by S square into psi is equal to 0. This is the equation number 10. So, here this equation 10, it is a Schrodinger wave equation for the wave moving in one dimension, say along the x axis. So, here this is the time independent Schrodinger equation for one dimension only. If the particle is moving in the space, that is a 3 dimension, that is along x, y, z, then the equation 10 can be written as, that is a d square psi by dx square plus d square psi by dy square plus d square psi by dz square plus 8 pi square m in bracket E minus V bracket complete divided by S square into psi is equal to 0. So, this is the Schrodinger equation for the 3 dimension. Similar way, if the particle is moving in the space, or here when we consider only the Schrodinger equation for the 2 dimension, that is along the x and the y axis, then here this equation can be written as, that is a d square psi by dx square plus d square psi by dy square plus 8 pi square m E minus V bracket complete divided by h square into psi is equal to 0. So, friends, this is the Schrodinger equation for 1 dimension and for 2 dimension, and this is for the 3 dimension. Then here in the equation 11, the Schrodinger wave equation, that is the 3 dimension Schrodinger equation for a single particle, it can be also written in the following fashion. So, here instead of d, here we are going to consider debye. So, here the debye square psi divided by debye x square plus debye square psi by debye y square plus debye square psi by debye z square plus 8 pi square m divided by s square in bracket E minus V bracket complete into psi is equal to 0. So, this is the equation number 12. So, here in the equation 12, the first 3 terms on the left hand side, that is number 1, number 2 and number 3. So, this first 3 terms on the left hand side in this equation are collectively represented by the del square psi. So, here equation 12 can be written as, so instead of these 3 terms, here we are going to write the del square psi. So, here the del square psi plus 8 pi square m divided by s square in bracket e minus v bracket complete into psi is equal to 0. This is the equation number 13, where del square, it is a Laplacian operation, and here its value is equal to, that is deba square by deba x square plus deba square by deba y square plus deba square by deba z square. So, here this is the equation number 3. So, here we are going to consider the next point, that is the Hamiltonian operator form of the Schrodinger wave equation. That is, here we are going to consider the equation number 13, and with the help of the equation 13, here we are going to discuss the Hamiltonian operator form of the Schrodinger wave equation. So, here friends, first of all let us discuss what is meant by an operator. So, because here there is a Hamiltonian operator, what is by operator? So, here an operator is a mathematical instruction, or it is a mathematical procedure to be carried out on a function. So, here the function on which operation is carried out, it is called as the operand. So, here for this let us consider one example. Suppose here let us consider the example in mathematics. So, d by dx of x cube. So, here d by dx of x cube. So, here in the d by dx, it is operator, and here the x raised to 3, it is operand, and here when we find out the derivative of the x cube, its derivative is 3x square. So, here the 3x square is the result of the operation. So, here first example, second example, suppose another example, integration of the x cube into dx. So, here the integration is the operator, while x cube is the operand, and here the integration of x cube into dx is equal to x raised to 4 divided by 4 plus c. So, here x raised to 4 divided by 4 plus c is the result of the operation. So, friends, here an operator is a mathematical instruction, or it is a mathematical procedure to be carried out on a function. So, here the Hamiltonian. So, here the name Hamiltonian comes from the Sir William Hamiltonian, who developed an alternative form of the classical mechanics involving a function h called as the Hamiltonian function. So, here we are going to consider the Hamiltonian, it is the energy operator. So, Hamiltonian energy operator form of the Schrodinger wave equation. So, for that purpose, here we are going to consider the equation number 13. So, here the del square psi plus 8 pi square m divided by s square in bracket e minus v bracket complete into psi is equal to 0. So, here we can expand the equation 13 in such a way that is the del square psi plus 8 pi square m divided by s square into e into psi. Here there is a minus sign, that is why minus 8 pi square m into v divided by s square into psi is equal to 0. Then this equation can be rearranged, that is a del square psi minus 8 pi square m into v divided by s square into psi is equal to minus 8 pi square m into e divided by h square into psi. So, here dividing this equation by the factor 8 pi square m divided by s square. So, we get here del square psi. So, here this is the del square psi into h square divided by 8 pi square m minus v. So, here this 8 pi square m divided by h square. So, 8 pi square m divided by h square it will be cancelled, and here minus v into psi is equal to, similar way here 8 pi square m divided by h square is cancelled. So, is equal to minus e into psi. So, here again this equation can be rearranged, multiply by minus 1 to the both side. So, here we get the minus delta square psi into h square divided by 8 pi square m plus v into psi is equal to e into psi. Again here this equation can be rearranged. So, here there is a psi term, here also there is a psi term, the psi is taken as the common, and here this can be written as in bracket minus del square into h square divided by 8 pi square m plus v bracket complete into psi is equal to e psi, and here this can be written as that is a h into psi is equal to E into psi. This is the equation number 14, and in the equation 14 this h it is called as the Hamiltonian operator, while this E it is called as the eigenvalue. And what is the value of the h here? So, h is equal to minus del square into h square divided by 8 pi square m plus v. So, here this is the Schrodinger equation, that is the Schrodinger wave equation in the Hamiltonian operator form. So, here the equation 14 is the again Schrodinger wave equation in the Hamiltonian operator form. So, friends, in this lecture we have discussed the time independent Schrodinger wave equation as well as the Schrodinger equation wave equation in the Hamiltonian operator form. So, thank you.